Who is ready to work on their bike strength? Hey, if you're a triathlete, you know how important it is to have strength on the bike, whether it's maintaining a high level of power, maintaining the cadence. What I like to do for my bike strength, in addition to actually doing bike intervals and stuff, is do some squats. I love squats, and doing squats the proper way, where you're going down to 90 degrees. I'm only using 95 pounds here. I don't really use a lot of weight, but I like to go good form. And with my key to my form here is keeping my chin up and my eyes looking toward the ceiling. That way my weight is over my heels, my knees are over my toes, and I'm getting a good range of motion as I come down. I want to avoid leaning forward. This motion here, working on the quads, the glutes, and then pushing back up, just imagine that each leg is pressing up when you're climbing. Getting this core strength in your glutes and your quads, as well as your hamstrings, is going to help you avoid fatigue on some of those longer climbs. Now, to make the squats a little bit harder, I don't pause at the bottom. I maintain tension in the squats. So it would look like this. So I'm coming down, and before I stop and pause, I go right back up. And when I come to the top, I go back down before pausing. So it'll look like this. So down and up and down and up. So there is no real pause, but it's a controlled squat. So I'm just coming back up and down. And this keeps the tension on the quads and the glutes without stopping, without doing this, without doing pausing at bottom, without coming to a stop at the top. So doing this keeps the tension on the legs, because when you're climbing, odds are, if you maintain power on the downstroke as well as the upstroke, keeping a smooth motion, this kind of, in a way, simulates that you strengthen your legs to avoid that fatigue when you're out there climbing. And when you are climbing on the bike, you know, you're looking ahead. How long is this climb? Is it a 2-minute climb? Then I break it down in my head. All right, I got a quarter mile up here, maybe a half mile. I've already looked at the course. I know what to expect. Breaking it down by minutes. Knowing that I'm going up there, it's gonna be painful for a certain amount of time. And yes, I may go outside my comfort zone. I may go into some lactate threshold efforts, but I know at the end, when I cycle through and continue pressing through the top of the hill, the competitors are pausing. Similar to the squats, where you continue pressing through the squat instead of pausing at the top. How many times have you seen, or maybe you have in the past, crested a hill and you go, whew, okay, good, I'm done, I can relax a little bit. No, that is when you make up your time on the competitors when you're cycling a hilly course in a triathlon, is not only going over the hill, but through the hill. Think about the finish line. A lot of people hit the finish line and they stop. But the winners, let's say in track, they look at a line past, or a couple steps past the finish line, and that's what they're reaching for. So they're continuing the motion through. So I continue the motion through the crest and the peak of the hill and maintain that momentum and the strength and the power that I just pushed through on the hill through some of the flats. And then I'm gonna gain some time on the competitors who are relaxing, maybe taking some fluids in, some nutrition in, press through for another minute, 2 minutes, and then get into some high cadence, letting the legs stretch out a little bit, let them spin out, get the lactate out of your muscles, and recover a little bit. But you recover a few minutes past the top of the hill. That's what I do, and it seems to work well when everyone else is taking a break. But that all depends on how competitive you want to be on the bike. But I use some power moves here like squats to really build the core and the overall mass of my quads and my legs to be stronger on the bike, and use those strength not only with the power going uphill, but also the flats, and then using that momentum on the downhills. Anyways, a couple tidbits on cycling and squats, at least from my point of view. Check out the links below the video if you're interested in focusing on your triathlon plan, whether it's a sprint, Olympic, half, or full distance, or if you want to just do some cycling workouts and drills themselves. I got some cool links below. All of it's, I think, it's connected to Training Peaks, so real simple and easy for the multi-sport athlete. All right, gotta finish up. Thanks for watching. Adios.